Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please
Ooh.
welcome yourself to the 32nd episode of the Blind Counter podcast. I am your host with the most, Offset, aka Big Bob here, and I'm joined here today with my co-host and executive producer himself, Mr. AKIIRA AMANE. How you doing today, Mr. AMANE?
Hey, doing good, man. It's been a minute. I know we had a lot going on.
Bro.
A lot of Call of Duties happened. It's mainly you. You've had a shit ton going on, but
Dude,
we'll get into it. Yeah, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm fucking good, bro. It's been, first of all, way too long. Lots of duty to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. I went through a whole ass move, so I'm still getting things set up into the new house. So for those who don't know, I my lease ended. Well, technically ends today, but they extended it another 2 months for whatever reason.
Right.
Whatever. Fucking stupid. Anyhow, so now I got time to work with, so I got plenty of time to get everything settled before having to just shove shit into the fucking new house and figuring it out there. So, had to get the gaming set up and the office set up first and
In
foremost.
the 100-foot wires going through the house.
Dude, I got it
You need to
rigged.
tweet that on the account or something later, dude. You should. You should
It's
walk from the one end to the other, bro, and it'd be a minute.
Yo, dead ass, dude, dead ass. I might have to. Yeah,
That's funny.
man. Yeah, man. So I did the whole move. Um, what else did I do, man? I don't fucking know, dude. I've been everywhere and
I
back.
mean, you were here. We
I
did the
was in
IRL. You came
Charleston.
back.
Fuck
You were in
yeah, dude.
Charleston. Yeah. I
It's
mean, we
been
had the boys.
it's been a busy past 2 weeks, man, for sure, for sure. So ready to settle
Yeah.
back in. Got to watch some duty this past weekend, man, and get back into things because we got Major Four, qualifier one this week that just went down, man. We're finally in the last stretch of this season here, man. The last major before champs. Um, I don't know, man. What
That's crazy.
anything that you want to speak about before we get into it?
I was just thinking though, like, is it 4 weeks of qualifiers, not five, or is it gonna be five?
I think it's 4 weeks.
For
Um,
this one, so
yeah,
this whole month is qualifiers.
yeah, and then
Cool, cool, cool.
the event, and then a couple weeks later, champs.
And we gonna be there, shoo, grinding for it now.
7 weeks, dude.
Like, yeah, we got 7 weeks, and we just had all the fun we needed. We're grinding now.
We grinding, ho. We grinding. Call us an eighth
Let's get
grade
it.
couple at the dance, cause we're grinding, ho. But we're
No
just
chaperone.
gonna, yeah, yeah. No chaperone. No chaperone. Eighth grade dance. We're grinding, ho. But to get into it here, Purge is actually standing in for Vickle on the Heretics this past weekend against Optic. So that's actually going to be the first change that we're going to see here. He signed a 14-day contract with the Miami Heretics to play their game against Optic this weekend. Eric Boom is prioritizing the Elite Three qualifier in challengers with his team in challengers over the one-off appearance in the league. So that's the reason why they didn't pick up Eric Boom and they picked up Purge.
Got you.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I was wondering. I was like, hold on a second. Like, but that makes more sense now.
hmm
I mean, didn't help him. We'll see.
didn't help him, but and then also going into some news here into the new Major Four split. The MCW has been back, reverted, or AKA buffed back to what it was normally at for the headshot damage. So for those who don't know, it was nerfed to a 1.1 multiplier, and now it's a 1.25 headshot multiplier, which I think it works fine now. So you can 4 bullet to the head now.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Um,
what do you think about it? Because I mean, I haven't honestly played much since the change, but I mean, from what I've heard and seen online, it's actually like it could either really help you or you kind of feel bullshitted sometimes. But I mean, if it's headshots, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, as a main AR myself, I enjoy the MCW buff because
I enjoy the buff.
it doesn't give me any gripes at all if I'm gonna four
Yeah,
bullet somebody versus 5 bullet. I can definitely tell a difference for sure.
nice. Okay, okay.
But also we also see a rival 9 has also been buffed, increasing the maximum damage ranges from short and medium. So short was recently 10.2, it is now 11.4, and the medium range went from 21.6 meters to 22.9 meters. So it's going to give you that more damage at further ranges.
Do you think? Do you think if they left it here, it would be good for the rest of the year? I mean, it seems like they're starting to find a happy medium.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't
People are
think
gonna
the
bullshit
rival
anyway.
needed a buff, but as far as changes, it's too late now. I mean, we're at the last major, man. So this is literally the
Just like
last
another
patch for the competitive.
meter, yeah, true, true. Meter and change, and
Yeah,
then you get a 4 bullet. I mean, I feel like it's fair.
yeah.
It's fair.
No more maps, no more changes. This is it right here, moving forward. And then
Which is
some
good.
other changes as well. So the map 6-star is now a 4 point hill. So P1, P2, P3, and P4 now. So P1 got reverted, and it's back at the club. So P1's the same. P2 is now old P2. So that's going to stay there now. And then P3 reverts back to that rooftop bar over there where the newest P3 was now. And then the P4, which they're calling Skybridge, is where that big ass statue is at, where like the ring kind of comes up,
Yeah,
where that bomb search, no, I don't know if it's A or B, I can't remember. I think it's A, is up there, right behind the statue. So 4 point hill for 6-star being changed for this split as well. And then we're going to go into some other things going into this split. Now that footsteps have also been nerfed into Season 4. So they've decreased the volume of the footsteps from enemy players. I think this is to allow the design for other people to use other perks besides the covert boots, so that people can use other things than that. It's not just such a crutch perk. But and to be honest, dude,
I know. I
um,
was like, I mean, sound EQ. Like, I still feel like people are hearing them, and they're like, oh, well, let me take off my boots and use this other thing. But like, that just helps anyone using sound EQ because now your shit's louder, even though you might have a different perk or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
but the weird thing is too, dude. If like after this patch, I don't know if I'm just making this up in my head or whatnot, but um, like if you're playing the game, dude, I don't have my headset cranked much, dude. Like I'm on fucking console, man. So I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. And after the patch, I feel like I can hear people more prominent who have dead silence on, like the jingle in
Uh,
their pocket, or like if they're weapon swapping or fucking reloading a gun or just doing something with their fucking hands. Like I can like hear like the little movement, like the little arms swishing together, or like the fucking jingle in the pockets of like change or bullets or whatever the fuck they got in their pockets, dude. You can hear that
interesting.
more easily now. So I don't know if I'm just tripping or what, dude. But that's
Bro,
definitely something I've
I need to
noticed.
check my headset. I
Uh,
can't hear any of
I'll be like, what the fuck is that? And I turn around, I'm like, sure, shit enough. I thought I heard somebody.
that.
Really weird, dude. Really weird. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, and then also high-rise propanes no longer explode in the CDL or in ranked play. This
Cap.
is cap because ranked play it's still blowing people up. And
Oh my
also
god, dude.
also it's not been fixed. So yeah, it's cap. And then one last thing here before we get into the matches. Here we had the update for Warzone ranked play. Warzone ranked play for years, the big map is still planned, but there is no specific timing for it to be released other than before the end of the year. So, who knows? We might see ranked play come after Call of Duty Champs to keep things interesting. I'm not too sure.
I could see that, honestly.
Yeah, I can see that
Wouldn't be
too.
too bad of an idea. And I mean, probably another reloaded and then call it.
Yeah, so my idea is they're gonna wait till the multiplayer champs is done, and then they're gonna start working on the Warzone World Series and make that kind of like the
Ooh.
new COD champs. I guess Call of Duty Part 2 of the
Yeah,
year. You know
but
what I'm saying? And then
and
just have it
and
Warzone competitive, and then do
uh,
like events and shit like that. I can see where they're gonna try to start doing like how like SpongeBob when he would come on, he'd have two different episodes. It'd be like the first episode, which is 15 minutes, and then the second one, 15 minutes. I don't know. That's
yeah.
kind of where my brain goes to this. Um, I don't know, man. Anyhow, let's
They're
get into some
stretching.
matches, man. Let's get into the matches, man.
Ooh.
So we had the first weekend of of Major Four here commence, and we had the first matchup be Seattle Surge and the Toronto Ultra. And this was a surprising victory for the Seattle Surge in a 3-2 fashion. Toronto came out strong on the hardpoint 6-star, and then the Search and Destroy on Rio, and then Seattle Surge reverse sweeps them on the Control High Rise, the hardpoint Vista, and then rounding things out on the Search and Destroy on the High Rise. Anything that you want to speak about in the series here?
I mean that I was not expecting a reverse sweep. I was like, okay, cool. You know, map 3. Here we go. We're done. Like, I mean, you see it looking at the fucking stats. Abuza was actually this weekend. I mean, 2-0. That's really good for Seattle. I feel like they're starting to get their own style, starting to click. And I mean, maybe they've just been watching VOD on the top teams, and they really came to show towards the end. And yeah, they probably figured him out by that last search. You know what I mean? Like they're like, all right, let's just do this and
Yeah.
then keep it going. But definitely
Uh,
surprising,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, dude, this was very surprising. I did not
It was a
see
good watch
Seattle winning this series
at
at
all.
all, at all. And just kind of like going off of that, I mean, maybe it's a little bit of Toronto Ultra kind of underestimating the
Yeah,
Seattle Surge
yeah.
here and not really kind of doing the proper prep time, or what it was. But I mean, Seattle Surge definitely came in to this major split week one, and came to play. Unfortunately, Seattle Surge, everyone on their side is negative except for Abuza. He had a 1.16 with a plus 14 spread, and then everyone else is in the negatives. Hook barely negative with a 0.99, but Brezzy and O4 both 0.8s. And then on the flip side, there we had Toronto Ultra. Everyone's positive except for Kleenex with a 0.94. And then your KD leader for this is Scrap with a 1.16, tying it with Abuza. Dude, they had the exact same kills and deaths. Let's put that into perspective here.
That's weird. And then, but Scrap did a little more dammy, like, but two 20K plus on Toronto, and then three positive KDs, and they lost. Like, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it just sounds like they were just kind of not working
I
well
mean, just like
together, and Seattle
yeah,
Surge was
just like
just,
shit in the bed or something.
I
I mean,
don't
but
know,
still,
man.
like, were they like? I'm not saying they don't care, but just testing out strategies on maps. Like, let's see if this works.
I
I
mean,
know they.
I mean,
Cause,
probably because they pretty much are locked in for champs, to be honest. So I mean, they
oh
can they
yeah,
can play around with certain things, this, that, and the other. But the way that
they
they
want to
got
win. They
reverse
get.
swept,
Yeah, they're
I
not
don't
trying to
know.
do that.
I think they just got into a blender and they just couldn't get out of it. And then that search and destroy was really the dagger for them.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's going to be it for the first series here for this weekend. So GG's to the Seattle Surge there. We're going to go into the second series, which was the Boston Breach and the Minnesota Rocker. And this was a 3-2 fashion dub for the Minnesota Rocker. Rocker taking home map 1, which was the hard point on Vista. Then Boston Breach taking home the Search and Destroy on Invasion and the Control on High Rise. And then Minnesota Rocker taking home map 4 and 5, hard point on 6-star, and then the Search and Destroy on Rio. Anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
Heartbreaking Rio for Breach, bro. They suck. They can't close shit. They
Yeah.
really almost could have, like, bro. I mean, Snoopy was making plays, and then I feel like they just get lost after a while. And I mean, Major's trying his best to probably help Priest and direct traffic, and Beans is screaming his fucking head off. But Beans did really well, and I don't know, it just came down to that last round. And I know I'm wearing Rocker's shirt right now because it was free. But I mean,
But so was this match.
yeah, apparently, bro.
Yeah, man. So Major Maniac came in for Pentagram for this split here for Boston Breach. So Beans, Major Maniac, Priesta, and Snoopy are now the new Boston Breach team trying to make a dub
So
here.
weird,
And they
so
went
weird.
all the way to map 5, round 11, and just could not find a blood and just absolutely fumbled the bag, losing the series. Man, and it was definitely a good series to watch for sure because it was back and forth, and then a map 5 round 11 to tie things off, dude, that's Call of Duty for you. And then just looking at the scoreboard here, the overall, your KD leader being Beans on the opposite team that lost with a 1.16, and then Snoopy with a 1.0, barely positive. And then Major Maniac and Priesta both at 0.8. And then on the opposite side there, Minnesota Rocker, Accuracy, and Standy are both negative. Gunless and Lens both positive. Gunless with a 1.14, Lens 1.1, Standy a 0.94, and Accuracy a 0.95. So just came down to who was the better search and destroy team, and it turned out to be the Minnesota Rocker. So
yeah,
but
good
definitely
to see Gunless get a dub too. I know he's probably like frustrated here and there. And Lin, what's happening? Like Lin's did pretty well this, series, but I feel like he's been on a decline.
Yeah, no, he's definitely been a little bit quieter here towards the end of the season, for sure. As far as like the Rookie of the Year standpoint goes, I mean, he did have 87 kills, the most
Yeah,
on his team and in the lobby. I'm sorry,
it's
not in
like
the
he
lobby, but
he picked back up.
yeah, I mean, he's definitely doing his thing, but it's just maybe more quiet. And then Gunless and Beans, I know they definitely have some beef there.
Oh yeah,
So I know Gunless is now 2 and
he was
0.
loving that.
Was it Beans or was it Snoopy? I can't
I think it
remember.
was Beans.
Beans? Yeah. Because he said he was running them in challengers or something like that. I don't know, dude. They got some challenger beef going on.
Oh, I love it.
But I find that shit funny.
Yeah,
Um,
that's hilarious.
but we're going to go into the last series here, which was the Carolina Royal Ravens versus the LAG. And this was a heartbreaking series
Bruh.
loss for the Carolina Royal Ravens. This was a 3-2 victory for LAG. Carolina coming out strong on map 1, Hardpoint. Karachi, LAG taking home the Search and Destroy on Rio, map 2. And then Carolina fighting it out and winning it on map 3, Control on Invasion. And then LAG closing things out on 4 and 5, Hardpoint on Vista. And then the Search and Destroy on 6 star. Anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
Man, I really wanted Carolina to win, obviously. I mean, Clay was doing his thing. Like, he was probably like, Gwen, like, please turn up, bro. Like, what's going on? Like, you don't see that often, but I mean, LAG 1-1 for the weekend so far. I mean, 0-2 for Ravens. They really needed that 20 points. So I don't know, man.
Dude,
Interesting game. Interesting.
they bottled it their first week because
Yeah,
their
yeah.
strength of schedule, it only gets harder from here, man. So
This was their chance to get
this
some
was their
points.
chance to get some points on the board, and they fucking bottled it. Clayster literally went off. TJ Holly went off. Gwen having an absolute stinker with a .68 negative 26 spread.
Bruh.
Brother.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, well, you know how we'll see about Vegas here in a little bit, but also like what was it, Ultra getting beat? Like, what if Carolina just wins against the top teams out of nowhere? So it's kind of
Yeah.
weird like that. But I'm hoping. That's all you can hope for now.
Yeah, you guys gotta be hopeful here. I mean, Diamond Con Flames are both negative. Estriel and Fame. I'm sorry, did I say Flame or Fame, dude? Those names are too
Yeah,
close together for them to be on the same team, man. It is gonna piss me off. But Fame being the KD leader in the lobby here, we have a 1.24 for Fame. Estriel 1.18. Diamond Con 0.87 and Flames 0.79. And then on the opposite side there, we got Carolina. We got Clayster dropping a 1.22, Felony dropping a 0.99, Gwen a 0.68. Man, come on. And then TJ having a 1.09 to end the series here. So definitely a heartbreaking series to see. And definitely wanted Carolina to get this dub here, but LAG just decided to turn up on the last 2 maps and actually slam them. So,
yeah. I'll say they really did turn up on that 6 star.
man, that's. Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah, dude.
But anyhow, then we're going to go into the first match of Saturday. We have 4 matches in total on Saturday. The first one was the Battle of Los Angeles. This was the LAT versus the LAG, and this was an LAT victory 3-2 victory, that is. Taking home the hard point on Karachi, the search and destroy on Rio, then LAG taking home the control on Invasion, and then map 4 hard point Rio, and then LAT slamming shit back in the 6-1 fashion on the search and destroy on Invasion. Anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
I mean, I'm more of an LAT fan than LAG, so it's good to see them get a dub, and pretty convincingly at the end. Like, I know people were talking like Crimps, inconsistent sometimes, but when he's hot, bro, like that gun is going crazy. And I mean, Ghosty always putting him in the Jan sport when need be, but it was getting a little iffy. And then as the search went on, of course, you're like, all right, we're good. But yeah, I mean, if they can, the stat lines are not too far off from each other, really. Even the damage is pretty close. Like, it was just that final search. I feel like by then they figured him out.
Yeah, no, I mean, this was definitely one of those series where like it could have been anybody for the first 4 maps going into that 5th map, but then LAT definitely ran their pockets. 6-1, almost a 6-0 fashion on the map 5 there. We got
That would
Dan
have been
Ghosty
crazy.
dropping a 1.04. We got Crimp dropping a 1.12. Joe Deceives 0.91 and Nasty a 0.96. And then on the opposite side there, we got LAG, DiamondCon a 1.08, Fame a 1.04, Flames a 0.95, and Estriel a 0.91. So definitely an interesting series here going up to map 4. 2-2. Thought it was going to be a close search and destroy, but then LAT showing their colors strongly on map
I
5.
mean, they could have closed it out on that control. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But moving on here, then going into the second series here, we had the Toronto Ultra versus the Las Vegas Legion, and this was a DoorDash challenge for the Toronto Ultra, 3-0ing the Vegas Legion, taking home the hard point on Karachi, the search and destroy on Rio, and the control on High Rise. Anything that you want to speak about on the series here?
See, this one was what I thought was going to happen in a later time, but yeah, I mean, Ultra did their thing, 1-1 for each of them for the weekend, so it is what it is. But I mean, all green for Toronto. I feel like they were just grooving. They were calling like Geo like what was it, evil shots? Like there's like a couple other ones like this shit was so far. Like I think it was '04 was like evil dashy or something. Shit's
Oh
crazy.
no, dude.
But
Oh no.
I mean Johnny he was shooting this weekend. This was kind of showing him getting comfortable, but I mean as you would expect for Ultra.
Yeah, I mean, to be expected dub for Ultra. You'd think that Vegas would at least take maybe one map off of them, but the first map was a little bit close. 238 to 250 might have been their only chance to get a dub on the board there, and then 3-6 in the search, and then a 1-3 on the control. So it just kind of looks like the talent just outperformed in this series here. Attach and Johnny did both go positive, and then you got Nero and Geo both going negative. We got Attach with a 1.08, Johnny with a 1.02, Geo with a 0.79, and then Nero with a 9.3. And then on the opposite side there, like you said earlier, everyone's positive. Kleenex 1.07, Envoy 1.12, Insight 1.04, and then Scrap with a 1.00, 61 and 61. No Thor. So definitely to be expected out of Toronto Ultra going into the series here up against the Las Vegas Legion.
Yeah, there's really not much to say on that one, bro. Like,
Yeah. Not much to say at all. Then going into the third matchup here, we had the Optic Texas versus the Miami Heretics. And this was a DoorDash challenge once again for the Optic Texas 3-0ing Miami Heretics, taking home the hardpoint on the sub base, the search and destroy on high rise, and then the control on invasion. Anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
I mean, I didn't expect it like this, but I did expect it like this. I mean, by the control, bro, I was like, all right, we're good to go. Like, look at
Yeah.
the 1.53. Like, Pred hates these guys.
Dude, Pred absolutely despises the fucking Heretics, dude. I think they literally talked so much shit to Pred that they really pissed him off, dude. And it shows right here. I mean, yeah, Pred dropping a
Running them.
1.53 plus 21 spread. Shotzi a 1.32. Kenny 1.06 and Dashy a 1.26. And then, dude, on the opposite side there, we got Real with a 0.63. Purge with a point. Wait, Purge? Yeah, okay, that's right. That's right. Purge with a 0.84. Metals with a 0.87. And Lucky with a 0.82. I mean, damn.
Imagine, hey, I'm a pro again. Shit on.
Shit
Like,
on.
dude, that would suck. That would suck.
Yeah, dude. You got fucking tucked in and you got a forehead kiss goodnight on this series here. All because of your boy. Your boy's over there
He
talking
wasn't even
smack.
there.
And you know what might have also messed them up too? I'll give him a little bit of grace as well, is because Purge doesn't speak Spanish, and Real, Metals, and Lucky all speak Spanish, so they had to comm in English. So I'm pretty sure there might have been a little bit of a uncomfortable delay there in comms and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe, but we'll see. We'll see.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. But moving on, and then going into the last series here of the night, we had the Carolina Royal Ravens versus the New York Subliners, and this was a very close match, but a 3-2 victory for the New York Subliners. New York was able to take home the map 1 hardpoint Karachi, then Carolina taking home map 2 and 3, the Search and Destroy on Rio, and the Control on Invasion, then New York taking home 4 and 5, the hardpoint on Vista, and then the Search and Destroy on Invasion. Anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
I mean, by map 3, they had that momentum after that, last round dub, and then bam, 116, 250, like all killed, momentum gone, and then New York do their thing. I figured New York would win, but to see Carolina actually, 6-0ing in a search and to keep it alive for as long as they did, like that's pretty good. I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely another heartbreaker and one that they could have definitely won for sure. They could have been 2-0 this weekend, but due to a series of unfortunate events, they do go down 0-2 for this weekend here. Clayster dropping a .81, Felony a 1.07, Gwen a .79, and then TJ a .95. But then,
Hydra,
on the opposite side, we have the French phenom going absolutely rogue with a 1.39 plus 31 spread against the Carolina Royal Ravens with 19,000 damage as well.
111 kills, 80 deaths.
Man, that dude was shooting, putting New York on his back.
I mean, there's only enough kills to go around. Kismet's, breaking even. I mean, Sib, like, I don't know. He's not playing bad. It's just like there's not a standout Sib that you would expect from the pickup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely underperforming match for Sib.
Just slightly, just ever so slightly. Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell too. I mean, he had a .85 for this series, and then Skies had a 1.25. So Sib was the only one negative on the New York Subliners there, and they did almost lose. A 3-2 fashion is definitely something to be considered. In getting 6-0'd map 2, and then having that momentum roll into map 3, and then losing that one definitely gave them, an edge on their hand. Yeah, what did map 4 look like? Let's see here. Did Sib? Yeah, Sib got absolutely rocked on map 2 or map 4 there. 14 and 23, and then Hydra having to pick up the dead weight 32 and 16 with a 2.0 KD with his plus 16, and then even Kismet, dude, 31 and 19. So it was just the fucking Hydra Kismet show on that map 4.
It did not matter. But honestly, I feel like for New York to be the best in the league right now, they all have to be hitting like 1.2s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as pacing goes, knowing they're getting the kills or trades, and their teamwork is good. Like, it seems like every single one of them have to be popping off and no one helping each other, playing your role, and that's when they do the best and win.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be a great victory in the last match to round out that Saturday night. And then going
Yeah.
into the Sunday morning, we had the Seattle Surge versus the Minnesota Rocker. And this was a 3-0 DoorDash for the Seattle Surge, taking home map 1, 2, and 3, the hardpoint on 6-star, the Search and Destroy on Rio, and then the control on Invasion in a 3-0 fashion. Is there anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
I mean, man, Seattle's clicking. They really are. And like we were saying about Abuza, like I mean, he's been showing out. I saw like the, was it 04 had Rookie of the Year signed up on his interview. Like he's definitely like we mentioned, #1 right now. But I feel like listening to comms, like Hugh was going crazy. Like you can tell Seattle's actually trying to win. Like I guess Rambo's listening and applying what he has always done well with
He's
since
back from
Empire
bowling.
Days. He's back from bowling. He's actually giving a damn like Empire Days. It seems like he's actually yeah, helping them boys, but they look good. That's all I can say. I mean, Rockers like iffy. They might squeeze one out. They probably will lose. So kind of as expected, but not in this quick fashion. I'll admit.
Yeah, I mean, and to go back to that comment for the Rookie of the Year, 04 holding up a sign for
Yo,
Abuza.
facts.
Dude, 04 is a rookie himself.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, kind of like,
And
bro,
he's kind
what?
of been doing better. I'll be honest, dude. He's been coming in
Yeah.
here and making an impact every time he plays. So,
I mean, since he's come on, they've actually been going crazy.
dude, he's literally like a better Illy. He's literally Illy
Yeah.
without
If
the.
Illy actually was like alpha motherfucker in the game, like he is, but like 04 is all of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was going absolutely rogue, and he's definitely been a difference maker for sure. And I feel like he activates Hook as well.
Yeah, yeah, he
He,
enables. I mean,
yeah,
look at the Dammy, like he's doing his part. I love it. I
yeah.
love it.
Dude, so GG's to the CL Surge. Everyone there is positive 04, 1.16, Abuza 1.12, Brezzy with a 1.07, and Hook with a 1.27, and everyone on the side of Minnesota Rocker. Accuracy at 0.75, Gunless 0.94, Lens 0.87, Standy 0.90. So,
Standy had his sleeves rolled up too, bro.
bruh, he needs to go hit the gym before he does that, dude. You can't be showing off them
I
arms and just having SpongeBob arms. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't even roll my sleeves up and play the game like that just to get
hell
shit
no.
on. You ain't catching me doing
You
that.
getting 3-0 with, I don't know, man.
In
I
a
don't know.
makeshift tank, jersey tank? Nah, nah.
You trying to be Doug so bad, bro.
He trying to be like the.
I just want to be like Doug. That's going to be it for the first series there. Then we're going to go into the second series, which was the Boston Breach versus the Los Angeles Thieves. This was another DoorDash challenge for the LAT, taking home map 1, 2, and 3, which was the hardpoint on Vista, the Search and Destroy on Rio, and then the control on the high rise. Anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
I mean, kind of like Seattle's unexpected 2-0s for the weekend, but another, you know, Boston is just, man, that's crazy. I mean, if you look at the names, though, they're all good players, but who in their right mind thought this would be the team at Major 1 for Boston coming working in a Major 4? Like, this is a crazy team. And I don't know what strategy they got or what they're trying to do with Major, but it's just not working. I mean, Ghosty, plus 22. This man knows what he's doing. Like LA's keeping that dude, and yeah, I mean, happy for the LA win, but just Breach is hurting. They are hurting.
Yeah, Breach is down
They're
bad.
done, bro. They're done.
Yeah, this year
Yeah,
they're chalked. They can't make champs no more,
man.
so they're officially
Yeah.
done.
Damn.
Snoopy definitely the spearhead for this team here. I can see. So the thing is like I like the Snoopy and Beans roster lock for this team
Yep.
here. Priesta and Major Maniac. I know Major Maniac. This was his first weekend here, but Priesta, I feel like he fits better somewhere else with some more structure, and him being
Yeah.
more of like a snappy, faster AR, and then having some fucking crackhead motherfuckers who are more structured that know how to work together. He's more of like a solo player, I feel like Priesta is. And he can kind of clean things up and whatnot. If he has two people, kind of like chess. You have like the two pawns that are the submachine guns that are out doing crazy shit. Then you got like the two pieces that kind of sit back and do more strategic shit that kind of clean things up. And Priesta is definitely one of those guys that kind of cleans things up, and then you have your main AR that kind of just hold irons and just kind of hold lanes and shit. So I don't know, man. Definitely sucks to see because Priesta definitely is a shooter for sure. Snoopy just someone that needs some more structure. He's got the gunny and beans. He's got the gunny and the comms, but he just doesn't have the ability to mesh people together. And the Major Maniac just I don't know, dude. I don't know what the fuck to do with him.
I don't know. I mean, I think Snoopy's like 2 to 3 years away from being a Hydra. Like I feel like he needs to be in. Who am I to say, But in my opinion, if he were to go back to Challengers, just for that structure and for the comms, for the language practice, for everything he really needs. I mean, he's making plays, but he is also equal a hindrance from what you've seen all year. And I mean, everyone else can only do so much. I mean, they rotated ASIM. I mean, they rotated out some really good players. And it's just interesting to see. I'm sure he'll be there next year if they stuck with him all through this one.
Yeah, and on the opposite side too as well, you got Nasty, Crimp, Joe Deceives, and Ghosty.
Yeah,
Ghosty dropping a 1.54 is absolutely insane.
that is nuts.
1.54. We got Joe Deceives with a 0.98, Crimp with a 1.19, and Nasty with a 0.94.
He was reading them, bro.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Ghosty had big brain plays throughout the series here. And damn, he just really laid it out for him. Sure.
Look at him off that pag, boy.
Buddy ghosting for show.
Buddy, absolutely ghosting the blunt.
Oh man, and then going into the third series here, we had the Atlanta FaZe versus the NYSL, and this was a 3-2 victory for the Atlanta FaZe. So New York was able to take home the map one, which was the hardpoint on Vista. FaZe closing things out on the Search and Destroy map 2 Invasion, and then the control goes to the New York Subliners for the Karachi 2-3 victory, and then we have Atlanta FaZe taking home map 4 and 5, the hardpoint on Karachi, and then the 6-star Search and Destroy. Anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
This was one of the better games this weekend for sure, but I mean 3-2, I think this is what I would have predicted, honestly. I mean, Kismet actually came in, was like, Bulldog mentality, didn't quite get it enough. You don't see Celium negative that much either, but yeah, they just kind of cleaned it up. I remember that hard point being like, it was down to like 1 or 2 kills, a wave over, moving, perfect, like, setup. It was nuts. It was like they waltzed right in for that last 8 points, or 15, 12 points, or whatever it was, but yeah, and then the 6-star Search. I mean, Draza's he's a grinder. Like, he's gonna come out and search and do his thing pretty much every time usually. And yeah, Abizi and Celium, kind of a weird stat line. Abizi must have been just trying to negate some of the pace or something, bro. He was kind of getting tucked.
Yeah. Abizi dropping a 0.83, Celium a 0.96, Draza 1.07, and Simp 1.07 as well. And then everyone on the side of New York Subliners, we got Hydra with a 1.05, Kismet with a 1.23, Sib 0.96, and Skies a 0.83. But yeah, this is definitely a very close series here, going all the way. And then yeah, that map 4, dude, really 8-point difference, 250 to 242. And even the first map too, 208 to 250. I mean these and look at the search, man. Look how close these matches were for sure, dude. A 6-5 victory on map 2 as well. I mean, yeah, this was an evenly matched series for sure, and it just looked like a battle for the better team, and New York becoming the victims to New Atlanta FaZe. So
I mean, more kills too, right? Like, look at that. Like on New York, 108, 114, 98, like 74. I mean, that's crazy.
yeah, very crazy, but much to be expected. You know, Atlanta FaZe definitely in the first seed for a reason. So,
I
but
feel like
moving
this
on.
one didn't matter, but it was one of the best ones to watch.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then closing things out on the last Sunday night match, we had the Las Vegas Legion versus the Optic Texas, and this was a 3-2 victory for the Vegas Legion. They were able to take home map 1 on the hardpoint subbase. Optic Texas taking home the 6-star search and destroy. Then Vegas taking home map 3, control high rise. Optic taking home map 4, the hardpoint on Vista. And then Vegas closing things out on the map 5 in a 6-3 fashion on the search and destroy on Karachi. Anything that you want to speak about on this series here?
Red carpet. Nah, this is not what you'd expect. I
Oh
mean,
my god.
I'm not gonna lie, it looked like fucking Gio and Johnny were off that pack. Gio kept looking to the left. Johnny was sitting there licking his lips. Like, I don't know if that motherfucker had some candy or what, but I mean, Attach was pretty funny coming on the flank after talking about it. He just, I mean, they played well. It is what it is. Optic usually makes excuses, but they didn't really this time. And I'm not saying they're testing map pool because they got subbase in there. They got the usual suspects, but maybe they were trying new strats. I mean, I heard a little ping cheese and all that excuses kind of thing, but yeah, GG's Vegas. This was crazy.
Yeah, and that's going to be the first time that Optic loses on the hardpoint subbase as well.
Yeah.
To Vegas Legion, and then looking how close it was in the 6-star search and destroy, going all the way to a round 11. And then the control also was pretty close as well. So, I mean, this could have been a little bit different too. I know the control high rise had a little bit of a cheese as well with that propane exploding, kind of causing them to lose that round where they could have won.
That could have been it.
That could have been it. It could have been a 3-1 victory for Optic Texas, but that propane tank just really fucked everything up for them. So, you hate to see it, but definitely one for the memory bank for Vegas Legion beating the Major 3 victors, champions, whatever you want to call them, and coming in here and then closing things out and giving them their first loss in a minute. So,
Shout out
GG's.
Johnny, man. He did well.
GG's to Johnny and company. Yeah, I mean, Johnny dropping a 1.33, Nero a 1.21, Geo with a 1.29, and Attach with a 1.05.
Yeah.
And then we got Dashy, Kenny, Pred, and Shotzi all negative. The red carpet, Lord have mercy. Dashy a 0.84, Kenny a 0.81, Pred a 0.9, and then Shotzi a 0.74. Dude, they got tucked this series here. That's insane, dude. That's actually criminal. And they have Johnny voted the MVP with a 1.45 in the hardpoint, a 1.62 in the S&D, and a 0.95 in the control. Wow.
Seeing that is so weird.
That is crazy. That is actually crazy. But that's going to be it for the week 1 qualifiers for Major 4, the last major of the year before we get into champs. So, still interested to see how things kind of turn out there. But as far as like Minnesota Rocker, it seems like here they could have had a different looking roster. Let's go into a live listening on what that could look like.
So what happened to that roster, Chris?
In a hypothetical world, what would you have thought if the Rockers roster was Vivid, Slasher, Linz, and Dylan Rex? What would you have thought of that roster? Like on paper?
It would have been 100 times better than this roster that they have right now.
All right. Well, just that probably could have happened. It didn't.
It could have happened. What is that, intel?
What, is that a leak?
That is intel. I'm mind blown that this happened.
So what happened to that roster, Chris?
So when I look at this,
I mean, in a hypothetical world,
man, That would have been an interesting rocker to see because we got Slasher, Dylan Rex, who is in Challengers, Lens, and Vivid.
Killing it.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of might have had accuracy in their ear talking about, nah, I'm the best, I'm the GOAT, Mr. Fundamentals, blah, 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 blah. They couldn't have done that. I don't know. But that's interesting to see.
Slasher for accuracy, I probably would take it.
Yeah, and then
And
Lens
then get everyone in there. Yeah.
is the same, and then Dylan Rex for
Vivid
Gunless.
For Sandy.
Yep, Vivid for Sandy.
I would do it.
I'm with it. Okay.
Interesting. Okay,
Leaker. Moving on, then we have some Black Ops 6 teaser trailers here. So it's officially the season of the new Call of Duty being announced and going to see some new things for it here. So let's go into a live. If you guys haven't seen this, here we have the first teaser.
It should wake them up.
Ooh.
Okay, so it looks like here they had some blindfolds over Mount Rushmore, kind of going into some hiking. So I don't know what that's protruding to, but it says The Truth Lies. And it has this website here that you can go to, and it says literally The Truth Lies. And then you go up into this here, and we got
spread the seeds and watch it grow. Median home prices have fallen to $120,000.
Recruitment for the CIA has reached an all-time high.
New episode tonight at 9.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We are talking to you.
We are talking to you. You.
You may remember.
Remember.
A better time.
But it was false.
The truth lies.
You were blind to the lies. Blind to the lies.
You must find the truth.
Stop being sheep and become wolves.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. Soon the truth will be revealed.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
okay. Okay. Very interesting, very interesting. So we got to see a couple different trailers. We got a little VHS tape kind of giving us the plot of what to expect for Black Ops 6. So early 90s, you know, late 80s is what my guess would be there. And then we have another teaser here from Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Let's go.
Not exactly sure what all this is trying to imply here, but we got this teaser here with some posters going up saying the truth lies. So kind of going on with the plot there. Then going into another one, we got some monuments being defaced with some more propaganda from the Black Ops 6 lore. And then also going into this, we do have Call of Duty reporting that it won't be coming to Nintendo until the next generation of Nintendo Switch launches. The Black Ops 6 will be on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and the PC per GameStop's internal listings. So last gen and next gen consoles as well. Very interesting to see that Black Ops 6 is going to be on the PlayStation 4. Interesting. But moving on.
Like, who's on the 4, bro?
Dude, it's insane, bro. You want to know who's on the 4? So right here we have PlayStation has revealed that as of April 30th, 2024, half of the active users based on PlayStation's consoles are on PlayStation 4. So 49 million people are still on console for PlayStation 4, and 49 million people have made the switch to PlayStation 5, in case you were wondering.
Wow.
I got the stats right here, baby. Got them right here. We have 97 million monthly active consoles, and 49 million of them were PlayStation 4s, and 49 million of them were PlayStation 5s. Now, the total gameplay is a little bit different. So we have total gameplay hours out of 308 billion hours being played. 1.4 billion hours are on PlayStation 4, and 2.4 billion hours on PlayStation 5.
Wow.
So there's still a lot of games being played on PlayStation 4.
That's a lot of lifetime.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. So then moving on here, then we have the, you might remember a better time, it was false VHS tape teaser we just watched. So we're going to skip that there. And then we do have some news here for Nuketown, maybe coming into again. So we have some references here of a little screen grab from some mannequins here, and here as well. So possible Nuketown teaser there.
I hope so.
And then going into some more leaks, we have possible Victor Reznov screen grabs as well. Maybe Victor Reznov will be coming back to us. And then we also have other screen grabs here. 6-9, Black Ops 6, things like that. So, cool to see there. And then we also do have Black Ops 6 first images here for zombies. So zombies to be confirmed coming to Black Ops 6. So we got, looks like a character here doing a little slide cancel while shooting into a horde of zombies here. Super blurry, but gonna be cool to see regardless. And then
see like the whatchamacallit design philosophy just in that screenshot. It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good year for Call of Duty for sure. We got Treyarch back on the mix. We got ground-based zombies coming back. It's gonna be a good damn year for sure. And then we have a fan-made timeline of what has been released to us so far. So kind of an idea of what to expect for Black Ops 6. So the possible timeline would be from 1991 to 2003. So 91 being the Gulf War era, and then 93 being the Battle of Mogadishu Black Hawk Down movie. Then we have 1996 where David Mason joins the military, who is the main guy in Black Ops 2. And then we have a potential time jump to the attacks on 9/11 and the invasion of Afghanistan, and then obviously going into the Iraq War in 2003. So if this is fan made, this is not confirmed, but as far as like a potential timeline here, I like this. This looks cool. We got Battle Mogadishu in there. We got the Gulf War. We got 9/11 in Afghanistan. Dude, this lore is going to be a fucking sick ass. This is like Lily COD 4.
Yeah.
So, and this is literally Treyarch's first, like, was it current era game? Like, modern game?
They've had so long for it too, bro.
Bro, I'm excited, bro.
Oh my god, I can't. I love Black Ops, man. I'm playing it.
Yeah, this is going to be a good damn year for sure, bro. Then moving on here, then we have some leaks for a Vault Edition, which has contents of operators, including Brutus and Klaus. Then some weapon blueprints. We got Gobblegums, Classic Zombie Number, Franks Woods, and Black Cell. So here's a good look at the Vault Edition here of all the operators you can get. Then we also have some of the sniper, the guns and whatnot. So it looks like we got, what is that? The SOG 9mm from Black Ops 4. That looks like right here the Locust from Black Ops 4 as well. The sniper rifle. This gun right here, I'm not sure what that looks like. Maybe like a ICR looking gun. I don't know either. And we have a shotgun as well, and then some sort of knife.
Bro.
Yeah, the zombies in this is gonna go crazy. And then obviously we have some gobble gums coming into play, and then black cell again. Sure, why not?
Sure.
Yeah. So we got the guns there, and then the gobble gums have been confirmed, like Black Ops 3. So that's gonna be a good thing to add there. I did like the addition to the gobble gums to zombies, so that's gonna be fun as well. So I think we've already seen this trailer, but let's go ahead and click into it. Oh, we haven't actually.
We're recording. Truth is, your whole life is a lie.
You wanted peace, so we hit the war. And now it rages on in the shadows.
Behind closed doors, where we hide the world's secrets.
While we build your trust, the world falls apart around you. If you weren't so distracted, you'd realize
Nothing is what it seems. But if it's truth you seek, look in the dark.
And if that doesn't get your fucking, if that doesn't get your Johnson heart, I don't know what does, dude. Because we
I got it on my calendar already too.
We got, oof, man, that was a hype ass. We got George Bush 1 Senior in there. We got all kinds of stuff, dude. It was insane, dude. Yeah, Bill's in there, dude. Holy hell! You think there's gonna be some Oval Office action in there with Bill?
Oh.
Getting
DLC.
gobble gummed up, you know what I'm saying?
DLC directly legal. Never mind. DLC.
Anyhow, moving on here, then we have Black Ops 6 is confirmed to be DLC for the COD HQ app, just like Modern Warfare 3 was, according to a new update listing on Steam. Despite having a full 4 years of development, people can still refer to this game as DLC, just like they did as Modern Warfare 3. Here's a little screen grab of the proof itself right here.
So weird. I mean, it is DLC technically. I mean, we can all download it. It's content. It's how they do it nowadays.
Yeah. So GG's. Then moving on here, we do have in 2010 some new kind of cute news here for PlayStation and Xbox for consoles here. So in 2010, Activision partnered with Xbox for Call of Duty Black Ops to sell the game there, and that was in 2010. Then in 2015, Activision changed its partnership to PlayStation, starting with the Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So PlayStation 4, first time on Black Ops 3. Then in 2024, Black Ops 6 launches day one on Xbox Game Pass. So we've been back and forth. So now it's exclusively on the Game Pass.
Full circle, bro.
Full circle.
I feel like it's gonna get a lot of people on here, but the serious people are gonna be playing PC, gonna be doing that. So, I mean, it'll be great for population, but as far as like how the demographic falls, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, then moving on here, then as far as like some breaking news, we do have Activision has been granted default judgment in its court case against cheat provider Engine Owning. Judge ruled Engine Owning owes Activision $14.5 million in damages and $300,000 in legal fees. Judge ruled Engine Owning game website domain must be transferred to Activision as well. We got some
Damn.
screen grabs of that there as well. So if you want to pause it, man,
I
that
feel like
is insane.
yeah, like the judge actually knew what was going on digitally, because that's exactly what should have happened.
Hell yeah.
Even down to surrendering the domain, like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, and I'm sure those Activision lawyers were on top of their shit for sure.
Oh
You
my
best
god,
believe
look at
that.
15 mil, damn near.
Insane, dude. Insane.
They know.
Yeah, so good luck, engine owning. We'll see you fucking later.
Rip.
Then moving on here into some X Defiant news, we got Marksman here saying, "Man, I've enjoyed X Defiant when it's working, but the hit detection is so bad sometimes. You shoot and your bullets just disappear." So we're gonna go into a live listening of X Defiant gameplay.
I don't know. The game's hit reg is like abysmal for me. Like.
Yeah.
Like, point fucking proven.
Damn.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So
I mean, that would piss me off, dude.
yeah, they got some bugs to fix for sure, but as far as the game and whatnot, I mean, it's definitely a great contender for Call of Duty for sure. So
it
and
looks yeah.
And there's no skill-based matchmaking too, bro. Like you best believe we own it. Like get on that later tonight. No cap.
Ooh.
No cap. Then moving on as well, we do have some. If you didn't know, Mark Cuban, the executive director for X Defiant, was the actual model for the legendary OG Modern Warfare 2 cover art in 2009. So this right here is the guy who is running X Defiant now. So I find that kind of interesting as well.
Yeah, wait, I didn't know that.
That's cool. That's cool. Then moving on here, then we have Scuff Gaming has introduced its first mobile controller, the Scuff Nomad. Works with the iPhone, and has back buttons, thumbstick replacement, and more. You can use it with Call of Duty Mobile and Warzone Mobile as well for $100. So
really not bad, bro. You know me and the backbone. I'm probably gonna end up getting this too because of the triggers, like.
Fuck yeah,
and
dude.
with cases, and with like many cases, that's the big thing.
Cases,
like I hate taking it off for the backbone, so I'm definitely gonna get that.
Yeah, this looks good, man. You got the you got the paddles in the back, bigger triggers. Yeah, man, it looks like it's made for gaming, dude. Made for gaming for Joe. That's cool.
Ooh.
That's cool.
That's cool. Me, I love that shit.
I'm gonna have to look into that for real.
Yeah.
Then moving on into some other news, then we have a War of the Worlds game, and I thought this popped up on my TL, man, and I wanted to share it with you guys because this looked absolutely insane.
Atmosphere. This is War of the Worlds, an upcoming hardcore horror open-world survival game. Thrown into the middle of the extermination of mankind, your purpose is to survive long enough to take down the alien invasion. The sound effects in this game are as haunting as you'd expect, producing an absolutely terrifying atmosphere. The creepy encounters of powerless buildings, unbeknown as to what is around the corner, will surely keep your heart racing as you loot and scavenge supplies to aid your survival in the apocalypse. But it's not just aliens you have to worry about. Avoid dehydration, starvation, and fight off hostile survivors hungry for your loot. This indie game also provides a unique multiplayer experience, allowing you to pick a side to play either humans or aliens. War of the Worlds is available in an exclusive early access pre-alpha build, with its official release yet to be announced.
Dude, I'd want to play as the alien.
Oh yeah, that kind of reminds me of you ever played Left 4 Dead 2 online? Where you can be like the zombies, or you could be like the survivors. Yeah. That's what that gives me right there, dude. This is kind of cool, man. So I saw that, I was like, dude, imagine if that was VR. Like this game in VR would fucking be terrifying, bro. Terrifying.
Oh my god, I would pay to see that.
Oh man, that'd be fucking terrifying.
I like it.
Hell yeah. Then moving on here into some other news, then we have Destiny 2 coming out. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a side quest and a half. We have the final shape dropping tomorrow, June 4th. So, at the time of this recording, it's tomorrow, but at the time that this podcast releases, it'll be yesterday. So
We're gonna
go
be
ahead.
playing.
Go ahead and we're gonna let you know that we're gonna be playing this on stream, off stream. So if you do see, Call of Duty becoming a little bit dry, hop on to some fucking Destiny 2 because it's gonna be a good year for Destiny 2. So let's go into a live listen into the trailer here and see what we're about to get ourselves into.
Oh yeah, 10 years.
What the fuck?
The witness nears the final shape.
Yo, this dude looks crazy.
It's reshaping reality into a perfect stillness.
Wait, is it transforming the Cosmodrome into like a Rubik's Cube?
Might as well try to stop it.
Cade 6 is back.
One last step. Together. Into the end.
This place.
It's hard to describe. An infection. Festering.
You said it spoke to you.
The witness shows us what it thinks we want. It's a lie.
Light-bearer. Let us lift the weight of suffering. Join us.
Zavala, please, don't do this.
Got everything. Why would you think? I'm honest, it might have been my bad.
Keep moving!
Nobody makes my fate but me.
Let's go, mate.
Bro.
Yeah, it's some endgame shit, Civil War endgame type shit.
Yeah, this looks cool, man. I'm ready to see what this has got to show. So kind of give us the breakdown of like how everything's gonna go. We got like what 2 weeks of it like actually dropping, and then we got the actual season 1 starting in 2 weeks from now. How's that work?
Yeah, so it'll be like we start the campaign and then everyone will beat it, and then when the raid goes live in like three or 4 days after, we get like the main final ending, and then the episode 1 starts, which is the new battle pass seasonal content. And I think there's 3 seasons, 12 weeks each, so it'll last us until the end of the year, of course, and then go into what's next. I mean, they said they have a lot to work on, but I'm excited to see how the Light and Darkness saga ends up, because there's plenty more to do in this game. The lore is insane. Like, we could have Destiny 40 with the stuff that they got. So this is hilarious.
Now we have to wait a week. Yeah, no, this was an insane trailer for sure. Yeah. And it looks like here we're gonna get a new subclass added to the list here. So we got prismatic subclass breakdown here for the hunter. I'm not really too sure what I'm looking at.
Combos, bro. Yeah, no, there's no way to talk through everything. I mean, it's all new combinations. You have 5 different light and dark powers per tree you can use.
Oh, okay. So what I'm looking at now. So
these are options. Perfect.
Okay, these are options. Okay, so these are super. So now you can get 5 different factions to choose from. This new one being prismatic is Storm Edge. The melee, a combination bow. Then you're gonna get an arc bolt grenade, and then aspect ascension. I'm not sure what all that is.
I can't wait.
Same thing for a Titan. Let me see what this Warlock talking about, man. So we got Song of Flame, Incinerator Snap for the melee, which already. Wait, no, I'm tripping. Wait, what?
Yeah, some of it's new, some of it's like.
It's the same.
Yeah, you just get to mix and match now.
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah.
So then Helion is the new aspect, and then the Song of Flame is the new super.
And Song of Flame is apparently like Radiance from D1, but tuned a little bit. They brought it back.
Okay. We got Titan as well. Okay.
Oh,
I'm kind of smashing with it.
It's crazy. Like with tomorrow, bro, we're about to go ham.
I'm ready. Then moving on here, then we also have the servers being offline for the update here, so no one can go online until tomorrow at around 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central Time. That's when we're able to log back in there. So mark your calendars. 1 p.m. Eastern Time is technically when final shape drops here. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time, a good little game to play in the mix. So we got Destiny, X Defiant, and Call of Duty this summer here. So a lot of things to play for sure. If you guys are into any games like that, like Halo, maybe more of like a solo and team game, it's all online. Go ahead and check it out. Destiny 2, you know what I'm saying? So
join the AKIIRA AMANE Records clan. What's good?
Yeah, we'll get you to the clan. We'll rank you up.
Let
us know, man. Let us know. That's going to be it for all of the topics I had to speak about here. Did you have anything else that you wanted to touch on before we end things out?
I think we covered, a damn good bit, especially with the off-break week we had. The league did too, so we're back on the league schedule again. And, this was good, bro. I'm glad you got moved in and everything, and hopefully Optic can get some more points, because why not, But
Hell
that's
yeah.
just me.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I appreciate everyone's patience, not a break that I wanted to take but needed to take, and then just trying to get everything set up and then running a show as well. I know that the camera and the background back here isn't as pretty because I don't have my lights and my background set up. I literally just sat down, threw the PC up, and then put this little thing right here to cover up some holes. So, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But anyhow, man. But I really appreciate everyone that's tuned in here. We really appreciate you guys. We see the growth and development that we're seeing on the numbers here. So we really, really appreciate it. So if you guys have made it this far, thank you for listening, watching wherever you are. Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, Apple Music, wherever we're on there. So Mr. AMANE, like always, man, really appreciate everything that you do and bring to the table with us, with the executive producer, all the way down to the vibes that you bring every day, man. Really appreciate that, man. Your insight.
The most.
Yo, the vibes.
Hey, that's Big Bob. Thank you.
Yeah, man. So, and everyone out there, man, we really see you guys in the comments. We really appreciate you guys as well. Keep them coming. Let us know what you guys want to see next. And we will see you guys on the next episode of the Blind Counter Podcast. Peace. Yo.
Let's go.